Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys like my videos. This is a story of what if Naruto becomes the Black Death of Konoha. Naruto changes in the Wave arc. It all starts from the bridge that Tazuna built. Before we start, be sure to check the description for the creator of this great fanfic, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a like and give review of this video. So let's start. Chapter 11. Hinata and Naruto had disappeared for an entire week after the preliminaries. They were in a clearing about 20 miles outside of Konoha. Naruto was telling Hinata about the Tenchi Byakugan. The Tenchi Byakugan, its origins isn't like the other Kekkei Genkais. Naruto said. Most come from demons like the Sharingan and the original Byakugan, but over a millennia ago an angel came to Earth and fell in love with a Hyuga. Naruto told her. Naruto-kun, how do you know all this? Hinata asked. Kyubi-chan told me the instant she saw you in my memory that you would activate the Tenchi Byakugan. Naruto told her. So she told me all about the Tenchi Byakugan, so I tellken you about it. Naruto said, smiling. Now where was I? Naruto trailed off, thinking back. Oh yes, the angel and the human had a child. That's Byakugan had changed. Instead of the pupilless pale eyes that normal Hyugas have, she had bright colored eyes as yours are now. Naruto said. But they will stay pupilless. Naruto told her. The Tenchi Byakugan really doesn't advance the Byakugan except just increasing the range of it. The real change are those wings on your back, which after a lot of practice should be able to retract back. Naruto told her. The more times you do the transformation, the less it hurts. Naruto told her. Okay. Hinata said. How do I retract them? Hinata asked. I don't know. Naruto said. Kyubi-chan never told me that part. Naruto told Hinata. But what she did tell me is that you can use your wings as a second pair of arms so you could make more destructive Hyuga gentle fist attacks. Naruto told Hinata. Okay, I guess I can do that. Hinata said. Well, while you develop those attacks I am going to see Gigi for a little while. Naruto told Hinata. Okay Naruto-kun, I will see you in a little while. She said as she stood and stretched a little. Hokage office. Naruto appeared in the Hokage in his Cyclone Shunshin. Damn, I was aiming for outside of the office. Naruto mumbled as he saw Sarutobi and another old man with long white hair staring at him. Naruto-kun, you have finally showed yourself. Sarutobi said, smiling. Yeah, well, you said an old friend of yours can take the 5 elemental seal off my stomach. Naruto said, turning to the other man. This him? Naruto asked. First we want to know something. Sarutobi said. You can ask, doesn't mean I will know. Naruto told Sarutobi. Kurenai brought it to my attention that you know what happened to Hinata. Sarutobi said as Naruto nodded. How? Kyubi told me. Naruto said. The demon? The old man asked, earning him a glare from Naruto. She isn't a demon. Naruto said. She is the queen of summons. Well, that is news to me. The old man said. Now will you remove the damned 5 elemental seal? Naruto asked. Sure. The old man said. Well, now I can't kick the crap out of you for peeping on my mother. Naruto said as the 2 old men froze. Who told you about her? Sarutobi asked. Funny thing about gaining full control over the creature sealed in you. Naruto said. You can gain memories from the previous container. Naruto said. Now can you remove the seal so I can get back to Hinata and train with her? There is a chance that you will have to face her in the semi-finals and you are training with her. Sarutobi asked as Naruto let a low chuckle loose. Hinata knows all of my tricks and I know hers, so what is the use of not training together? Naruto asked dryly as he lifted his shirt and concentrated his chakra to make the seal appear. This may hurt a little. I know Jiraiya. Naruto said as he stuck to the ground with his chakra. 5 elemental seal release. Jiraiya exclaimed as he jammed his fingers into Naruto's stomach, making him hunch over. Okay, that hurt more than I expected. Naruto said as he rubbed his stomach and stood up straight. He checked the seal. Oh, this isn't good. Naruto mumbled. What? Sarutobi asked. Orochimaru isn't a seal master, so he did the 5 elemental seal wrong and the seal is slowly weakening. Naruto said as he showed the seal to Jiraiya. Cracks have accrued in the seal. Jiraiya said. I will have to restore the seal in a few years. But nothing will happen for now. He told Sarutobi. Hey brat, do you want to get some good training? What is your position on favoritism? Naruto asked simply. I don't like it. Jiraiya said simply. Fine, then you will be training with Hinata too. Naruto said simply and vanished before he could protest. Well, that wasn't what I was expecting. Jiraiya said. They are quite inseparable. Sarutobi said as he saw a note on the table. Secrets to the dreaded paperwork. Sarutobi read out loud. With Hinata. Naruto had reappeared in the clearing to see Hinata trying to use her wings in her attacks. She sure is pretty. Naruto thought as he walked up to Hinata. Hello Naruto-kun. Hinata said. Hello Hinata-hime. Naruto replied. Well, I am going to talk with Kyubi-chan about the Tenchi Byakugan. Naruto said, smiling at the girl. Okay Naruto-kun. Hinata said as she watched him sit cross-legged and close his eyes. Naruto's mindscape. He opened his eyes to see the forests in his mind. He saw a kitsune woman sleeping against a tree. Naruto walked towards her and saw her nose twitch a little. She opened her eyes to see Naruto. Hello Naruto-kun, it is nice to finally see you again. Kyubi said. I know it was weird not feeling your chakra in my system. Naruto said. It is just because you were used to my chakra. Kyubi said. So what has happened while I was out? Well, I beat Kiba, and have to fight Gaara in the finals. Naruto said. Hinata activated her Tenchi Byakugan abilities. Naruto added. And I will be training with Jiraiya. Arrow Sennin. Kyubi asked. That is a good name for him. Naruto said thoughtfully. I know Kushina called him that all the time. Kyubi said. I am going to teach you how to summon me so I can train Hinata-chan in the abilities of the Tenchi Byakugan. She told him. Do these hand signs. She told him, showing the hand signs. Bite your thumb, then press your palm against the ground. You will need to use a bit of my chakra to summon me, but in time you will be able to summon me with your own chakra. Kyubi told him. Okay. Naruto said as he closed his eyes. Real-world Naruto opened his eyes to see that Hinata had snuggled up to him while he was in his mindscape. Naruto blinked a few times. Comfy? Naruto asked as Hinata eeped and jumped a little. She turned to Naruto with a small blush on her cheeks. Of course. She told him. Well, Kyubi wants me to summon her so she can train you in the Tenchi Byakugan. Naruto said. So could you get off my lap? Naruto asked. I don't wanna. Hinata said with a little pout. Naruto smirked and kissed her on the lips, making her smile into the kiss. I guess I can get up for a second. Hinata said as Naruto pulled back. Is this going to be a common thing this month? Naruto asked. Most likely. Hinata said, smiling innocently. Fine by me. Naruto said, smiling as he did the hand signs and pressed his hands to the ground to have a puff of smoke appear. Naruto looked and saw that Kyubi was standing in front of the two. Hinata-hime, I would like you to meet Kyubi-chan. Naruto said. It is nice to finally meet you, Hinata-chan. Kyubi said, bowing to the girl. Naruto-kun never told me she was this beautiful. Hinata thought. Hello Kyubi-chan. Well, Hinata-chan, I will be your temporary sensei for the next few weeks. Kyubi told Hinata. You might feel like you will die, but I have rarely seen it happen. Stop scaring her. Naruto said simply as Hinata hid behind him. Come on Hinata-chan, don't worry, we will just start simple exercises today. Kyubi told Hinata as she dragged the girl away. I hope Kyubi doesn't go too hard on Hinata tonight. Naruto thought before shrugging. Naruto sensed something. Arrow Sennin, you can come out now. Naruto called as he heard rustling and saw Jiraiya walk out into the clearing. Good senses and, don't call me that. Jiraiya yelled. Yeah, not going to happen. Naruto said. Well, I am going to teach you a very power and very destructive ninjutsu. Jiraiya told Naruto. I do like powerful and destructive ninjutsus. Naruto said, making Jiraiya sweat drop. So what is it? Naruto asked. Jiraiya bit his thumb and went through some hand signs and pressed his hand against the ground. Summon. He exclaimed as a toad as tall as him appeared. The summoning jutsu. Naruto asked. I summon Kitsune. Naruto told him. Jiraiya blinked a few times. You signed the Kitsune summoning contract? Jiraiya asked. Summoning contract? Naruto asked. You mean you can summon Kitsune and you didn't sign the summoning contract? Jiraiya asked as he pulled out a large scroll. You might be able to sign the toad summoning scroll and be able to summon both. Jiraiya added as he unrolled the scroll. All you need to do is sign your name in blood and make this sign in your blood. Jiraiya said, pointing to the signs that the other people did. Minato Namikaze was a summoner too. Naruto asked. Of course, I mean he was my apprentice. Jiraiya said proudly. Cool. Naruto said as he signed his name and made the sign. They watched as the blood seeped into the scroll. Jiraiya smiled. Congratulations, you are the first to be able to summon 2 different summons at once. Jiraiya said. Now for your training to begin. Jiraiya said. Oh boy. Naruto said. I want you to gather your chakra and summon a toad. Jiraiya said. Okay. Naruto said as he went through the hand signs. Summon. Naruto exclaimed as he pressed his hand onto the ground. 2 small puffs of smoke appeared. One was a small orange toad and the other with a small blue kitsune. Who would summon me? The 2 asked together before looking at each other. The kitsune looked up to see Naruto. Ah, Naruto-sama. The kitsune said, bowing to Naruto. I am Krona no Kitsune. The kitsune told Naruto. Hello Krona. Naruto said as he turned his attention to the toad. Hey, I am Gama Kichi, the son of the boss toad Gamabunta. Kichi said. I am in line to become the boss toad. In about 3 years I will be the size of a small house. Kichi said. Me too. Krona said. And I will gain my second tail. Cool. Naruto said. Well, if that is it, I will need to get back Naruto-sama. Krona told Naruto. Me too, man. Kichi said. Okay, bye. Naruto said as the 2 summons puffed away. Those 2 seem cool. Naruto thought. You need to put more chakra into it. Jiraiya said. I know, but I want to meet each size toads and kitsune as I go. Naruto said. I don't want to summon Gamabunta on the first time. Good idea. Jiraiya said. Summon. Naruto exclaimed as he pressed his hand onto the ground. 2 more larger puffs came up. The kitsune was the size of a small cottage and had 2 tails, the toad was gray and had the size of a small house. The 2 looked at Naruto. Who are you? The toad asked. This is Master Naruto Uzumaki, you dolt. The kitsune said. Naruto-sama, I am Narma no Kitsune. The kitsune said as she bowed to Naruto. I am Gamatoden. The toad said. Hello Narma and Gamatoden. Naruto said, bowing to the 2. Why don't you 2 tell me more about yourselves? Naruto asked. I am used for recon. Narma told Naruto. I have the rare ability to change my size from its current size to a smaller form. I haven't mastered it like Kyubi-sama has, but who will write? Narma said. I am sure if you train long enough you will get it. Naruto said, smiling at the kitsune. I am flattered you think so highly of me. Narma said. Stop blushing. Gamatoden teased. I like most toads my size or larger is either used for speed or destruction. He told Naruto. I wasn't blushing. Narma yelled indignantly. Whatever you say, Narma-chan. Gamatoden said. I hate you, Toden-kun. Narma exclaimed. Why do I have the feeling that the 2 knew each other before this? Naruto asked as Jiraiya nodded. Maybe I should sit on you like I did when we were smaller. Gamatoden asked. Try it and I will bite you in the ass again. I will give you a matching scar. Narma threatened. Can you 2 dispel so I can summon the next pair? Naruto asked. Of course Naruto-sama. Narma said before puffing away. Saya Naruto. The toad said before vanishing. Well, that was odd. Naruto said. Yeah. Jiraiya said. How did you get so good of chakra control? Oh, once I learned the walking on water technique, I learned how to bring the chakra I gained from my shadow clones in through just 1 chakra point. It increases my chakra control in leaps and bounds. Naruto explained. On to the next set then, that will be it for me for the day. Naruto told Jiraiya. I am surprised you can summon this many in a row. Jiraiya told him. Summon. Naruto exclaimed as 2 more summons appeared. A kitsune the size of a large house and a toad the size of a medium-sized house appeared. Why was I summoned? The toad asked. I just wanted to meet the different toads and kitsune. Naruto said, gaining the 2's attention. Oh Naruto-sama, the kitsune exclaimed. I am sorry I didn't notice you before. Don't think of it. Naruto said. So you are the Kyubi's container? The toad asked. Show respect, the kitsune exclaimed. I am Karna. The kitsune said, bowing Naruto. I am the largest 1-tailed kitsune even though my power level is that of 3 tails to low 4 tails. Karna said. Why is that? Naruto asked. Just too lazy to attempt to get the tails. The fox said. You sound like a friend of mine. Naruto said. Well, I am Gamatara. The toad said simply. Well, it is nice to see you too. Naruto said before falling backwards unconscious. Well, seems he overexerted himself. Came a feminine voice behind Jiraiya. He turned quickly to see a beautiful woman with 9 fox tails and 2 fox ears carrying an unconscious girl on her back. Kyubi-sama. Karna exclaimed. You 2 can go now. Kyubi ordered as the two nodded and vanished. Hello Jiraiya. Kyubi said as she grabbed Naruto with her tails. You have some explaining to do when we get these two to his apartment. Kyubi said as the four vanished in flames. They reappeared in Naruto's apartment. Kyubi walked into Naruto's room and closed the door behind her. You aren't coming in. Kyubi called through the door. She placed the two in their nighttime clothes and placed them in the bed. She walked out to see Jiraiya attempting to leave. You better not be leaving. Kyubi said. And no. Jiraiya stuttered. Now explain to me where you were during Naruto-kun's childhood. Kyubi asked as she sat on Naruto's couch. Well Yusciiw was always o on t the m move and c couldn't t take h him w with m me. Jiraiya stuttered. And what about that buxom teammate of yours Tsunade? Kyubi asked. From what I know all she did was roam around gambling. Well, there is no excuses Jiraiya. Kyubi said. So what has Akatsuki been up to? She asked. They haven't started retrieving the tailed beasts yet. Jiraiya said becoming serious, well Naruto-kun will be fighting the one-tailed Jinchuriki during the finals. Kyubi said. If I can easily fix his seal I will have Naruto warn him about Akatsuki. Kyubi said. Will Naruto be okay? Jiraiya asked. The power difference between Naruto and Gaara is like Shukaku versus an ant. Kyubi said. It would take all the Jinchurikis fighting Naruto at once to beat him. For the nine-tailed beasts each tail is exponentially more powerful than the previous one. Kyubi explained. Naruto's body can handle my pure chakra up to 3 tails, but if he goes into the true tailed form he can take on all 9 tails but there might be small physical changes. Kyubi added. Like what? Jiraiya asked. Fox ears and 9 fox tails. Kyubi said simply. Now leave Naruto-kun and Hinata-chan needs their sleep. Kyubi said as she stood and walked into the room and changed into a small one-tailed kitsune. I will take a piece out of your ass if you ever peep on them. Kyubi threatened before leaping onto Naruto's bed and curled up on Hinata's stomach. Week 2 Naruto and Hinata were training incredibly hard for the past week. Kyubi would literally train Hinata into unconsciousness as Naruto summoned all different types of kitsune and toads that forced him into unconsciousness. Kyubi would have to heal Hinata and restore Naruto's chakra reserves every night. Week 3 Naruto and Hinata's skills had increased exponentially, they were now able to get back to the apartment on their own legs even just barely. Naruto had met the different types of kitsune and toads up to 5 tails. Kyubi's training had helped Hinata in retracting her wings and spawn them easily. Naruto-kun Hinata-chan you too will have the next week off from training you need to rest some before the finals. Kyubi told the two. It will allow your body to heal naturally. She added. Okay Kyubi-chan. Naruto said. Hinata-hime and I will finally get to have another date. Naruto said. That is right Naruto-kun and it is my turn to pick. Hinata said. Did you pick last time? Naruto asked as Hinata giggled. I don't know what you are talking about. Hinata denied. Right. Naruto trailed off as he looked at the girl suspiciously. Nowhere expensive, buying for 4 has taken a big chunk out of my savings. Naruto said as Hinata tilted her head to the side. I don't eat that much. Hinata said. It isn't you it was Kyubi and Ero Sennin that made me spend the most. Naruto said. Kyubi saying that she hasn't eaten in 13 years or something and Jiraiya saying he has no money to buy his alcohol which I know is bull because he is the author of Ika Ika. Naruto said. I know Naruto-kun. Hinata said. Oh you two are going out? Jiraiya asked. I think why. Like hell Ero Sennin this is a date which means unless you are dating Kyubi neither of you can come and if you do you have pay for your date. Naruto said as the two left. Ungrateful brat. Jiraiya said as Kyubi slapped him in the back of the head. Well I will use the next week to rest. Kyubi said before puffing away. Great now I am all alone. Jiraiya thought as he walked away. That brat will be great one day, just like his father. Chapter 12. Chunin exam finals everyone but Sasuke and Duso were at the arena. The people were restless. Naruto could smell Orochimaru all around. Where is he? Naruto thought as his eyes darted around. Naruto suddenly saw feathers floating around. A genjutsu. Naruto thought as he felt drowsy. Naruto raised his eyebrow and released the genjutsu easily. Naruto looked and saw Gaara, Temari, and Kankura walking away. So you were right. Hinata said as Naruto nodded when they saw the sand swirling around Gaara. Looks like we won't be holding back. Naruto said as red chakra started to bubble around him, and white chakra shredded Hinata's shirt, and think Suifeng and Yoruichi when they enter their shunko, as her wings manifested themselves. Be careful Hinata Hime. Naruto said as he dropped to all fours and grew into a large nine-tailed kitsune. Naruto launched forward and grabbed onto Gaara and the two vanished in fire. Several miles away Naruto could feel something off happening. I have to get back to the village. Naruto thought. Summon me, I have more than enough to wipe the floor with Shukaku faulty seal or not. Kyubi told him as he quickly reverted back to himself. Naruto went through a few hand signs. Summon. Naruto yelled as a giant nine-tailed kitsune appeared again. Go Naruto-kun, you have a fight that you need to do in Konoha. Kyubi said. I hope Naruto will forgive me for not telling him. Kyubi thought as Naruto nodded and leapt away. So you think you can beat me Shukaku container? Kyubi asked. With Naruto could feel people running up behind him. Enemies. Naruto thought before concentrating his chakra and vanished in the void shunshin. Naruto could see Hinata's blessed jutsus being fired off around Konoha. She sure is powerful. Naruto thought with a smirk as he repeatedly vanished in the void shunshin. Blessed art. Angelic wings. Hinata exclaimed as she released a huge blast of light at Naruto. Darkness art. Arc of darkness. Naruto exclaimed quickly as the two attacks met and fought for dominance. Damn Hinata Hime. Naruto mumbled as he looked around. What is happening here? Naruto asked. Sand and Sound has launched attacks on us. Hinata said. Blessed art. Feather daggers. Hinata exclaimed as she launched some of her feathers at a couple of Sound shinobi, killing them. They outnumber us 12-1. Wind style. Blade cyclone. Naruto exclaimed as he launched a cyclone at 4 Sound shinobi, killing them. Kyubi is fighting Gaara right now. Naruto said. Where is the? Naruto trailed off as he felt a familiar feeling wash over him. Oh god no. Naruto whispered as he looked at the purple cube. Naruto instant vanished in a burst of speed. Hinata was close behind him with her wings flapping desperately to keep up with Naruto. Naruto landed on the roof of the building with the purple cube. Naruto went to touch the cube when a hand stopped him. Uzumaki-san, that is unwise, this barrier burns anything that touches it. And Anbu said. Then I will crush it. Naruto said with a low growl as he grew and fur spread across him. Now standing in Konoha once again was the nine-tailed fox, except this one was blonde. Naruto dropped a large paw onto the cube to find that it withstood barely to the massive weight. This barrier is stronger than I thought it would be. Naruto rumbled as he looked up and leapt. Every shinobi stopped and watched Naruto vanish from sight. Suddenly a blonde sphere dropped like a stone and slammed into the barrier, sending flames everywhere. Cracks started to form in the barrier when suddenly it smashed into thousands of pieces. Naruto reverted back to his original form before Sarutobi fell too far. Why, old man, why did you use that jutsu? Naruto asked with tears in his eyes. I had to protect the Leaf Village, Naruto. Sarutobi said weakly. He saw that Naruto's eyes were blood red. Cuckoo Naruto-kun, I have a surprise for you. Orochimaru said before the Sound Four vanished with their master. Orochimaru. Naruto roared as red chakra started to boil around him. Naruto, watch out. Sarutobi said before falling limp. Naruto barely rolled out of the way before two figures slammed into the ground. Naruto rolled onto his feet and stood straight. He looked right at his attackers and all he saw was long blonde spiky hair and long bright red hair. No, Naruto whispered as the red chakra left him. Hello Naruto-kun. The woman said. I wish we didn't have to meet in this way. She added as the two figures stood up. You have grown so much Naruto-kun. The blonde added as he stood too. Every Konoha shinobi able to see the two figures stopped and stared. No. Naruto whispered again. Kushina-chan, I don't want to fight him. The man said. I know Minato-kun, neither do I. Kushina told Minato. Blessed art. Thousand feather barrage. Hinata roared as she launched her attack at Kushina. Kushina had easily blocked all the attack. Naruto-kun, you will not fight alone in this fight. Hinata said, landing next to her beloved. Naruto could see Kushina and Minato struggling to fight the control. Who is this Naruto-kun? Kushina asked. This is my beloved Hinata Hime. Naruto said. Hitomi-chan's daughter. Minato asked as he was losing the control. We don't have much longer to talk. Hinata, this is my fight, you have to stay out of this. Naruto said. These two are the strongest shinobi ever. He added, pulling his katana out, and Kushina gasped. Is that the Uzumaki katana? Kushina asked as Naruto nodded. Well, good luck, my little boy. Kushina said as Minato and Kushina attacked Naruto. He was blocking the attacks. He is already a master at the katana. Kushina thought as she unwillingly attacked him with her katana. Dad hasn't used the Hiraishin no jutsu yet. Naruto thought. He must be fighting to keep from using that jutsu. Naruto thought again when he noticed something. He isn't using his tri-pronged kunai. He thought before slicing through one of Minato's kunai. Naruto closed his eyes. He can't possibly know that jutsu. Kushina thought as he held his katana out. I am sure mom knows this jutsu. Naruto said. The true Kaden. Naruto yelled as he started spinning, slicing Minato's last kunai and leaving a large gash in Kushina's katana. Minato had a soft smile on his face. You will become strong, Naruto-kun, just like me. No, not like me, you will be stronger. Minato said softly. I guess I will. Naruto said, wiping a few tears away. Naruto sidestepped an attack from Minato and blocked an attack from Kushina. They are faster than me. Naruto thought as he continued to defend against his parents. Naruto was thinking of a plan as he defended against the two, looking for an opening. You will have to attack us at some point, Naruto-kun. Kushina said as she attacked. Now. Naruto thought. I don't want to kill you, but I will have to. Naruto said before he held his arms out to the sides and felt the Minato's kunai and Kushina's katana pierce his stomach. Naruto coughed up blood on the two as he wrapped his arms around the two. I love you too. Naruto said with blood dripping from his mouth before stabbing his katana and a kunai into the bases of Minato's and Kushina's head in an upward direction, slicing the anchor seal in their heads in half. He had tears in his eyes. We love you too, Naruto-kun. Kushina said as she felt her spirit leaving her. My son, protect Hinata-chan with your life. Minato said as the two fell backwards. Naruto still had the kunais and katana in his stomach as he tilted his head back and let out a mighty roar that stopped the fighting. Naruto, Hinata whispered as she felt her stomach drop. I will make you pay for this, Orochimaru. Naruto roared into the skies as everyone saw his tears streaming down his face. He felt two arms wrap around him from behind. Naruto-kun, I am here for you. Hinata whispered into his ear as she glanced at the wound in his stomach. Lie down, Naruto-kun. Hinata said as she laid him down. I am fine, Hinata-hime. Naruto said. Naruto, you have two kunai and a katana in your stomach. Hinata said dryly. I have had worse. Naruto said before quickly throwing his katana behind Hinata and embedded it guard deep into a sound shinobi's chest. I cannot stop just because I am wounded. Naruto said as he weakly stood. He gripped the guard of his mother's katana and pulled it out, spraying blood everywhere. Uzumaki-sama, Hinata-sama is correct, you cannot fight. And Anbu said. Naruto was surprised. What did you call me? Uzumaki-sama, it is a law that if no living Hokage is alive, the most powerful shinobi will become a temporary Hokage of sorts. The Anbu told Naruto. And you just took out both Kushina-sama and Minato-sama. He added. That makes you the strongest shinobi in Konoha. And the job of the Hokage is to protect the villagers. Naruto said. Even if it means death. Naruto said as he staggered over to his katana and pulled it out of the sound shinobi. Naruto sheathed his katana before pulling the kunai out of his stomach. What do you want us to do with Gaara? And Anbu asked. Kyubi is fighting him, he said when he felt Kyubi's mental connection open. Naruto-kun, I wasn't able to beat him, I lost more chakra than I thought, he is about 5 minutes away. Kyubi told him. I will have to fight him. Naruto said as he turned to the giant form approaching Konoha. Naruto held his stomach as blood started to flood from his mouth. Naruto-kun, I cannot heal you, my chakra is too low. Kyubi told him. Okay. Naruto said as he spit out some blood. Hinata, go to the academy and protect the students. Naruto ordered. 3 Anbu, go with her. He added as the nodded. Naruto turned to Gaara and leapt away, leaving a trail of blood behind him. How much before I pass out from blood loss? Naruto asked. 10 minutes at the most. Kyubi told him as he made it to the walls of Konoha. He stopped and pulled his cloak and shirt off to reveal 3 puncture holes in his stomach. Naruto pulled some bandages out and quickly wrapped them up, trying to stop the blood flow. How about now? Naruto asked. Still 10 minutes. Kyubi told him as he leapt away as he slipped his cloak on. You are bleeding internally and the bandages barely stem the flow of blood leaving you. Kyubi told him. Now no more talking, this connection takes chakra too that I don't have right now. Kyubi said as she cut the connection. Naruto coughed up more blood. Shit, she is right. Naruto thought as he appeared in front of Gaara. Hasa, Naruto Uzumaki has finally shown up to fight me. Gaara said before laughing like a maniac. I will stop you, Gaara. Naruto said as he looked at the giant form. He went through a series of hand signs as he dodged Gaara's sand attacks. Water style. Water dragon jutsu. Naruto yelled as a giant water dragon went into the air. He started more hand signs. Lightning style. Lightning wolf pack. Naruto yelled as the water dragon hit the giant raccoon, soaking the sand in water. 40 lightning wolves leapt at Gaara's soaked form and electrocuted him, making him scream in pain. Naruto held his arm out. Wind style. Great cyclone. Naruto exclaimed as a cyclone blasted Gaara's sand, launching it away from him. Naruto was panting. I don't have much left. Naruto thought weakly as he panted. Nice work, Naruto Uzumaki. Gaara said as sand started to swirl around him again. Playing possum jutsu. Gaara yelled as he slumped forward. I am free. Shukaku yelled. I can't beat her alone. Naruto thought as he pressed his palm to his stomach. Please work. Naruto thought as he started a set of hand signs. Summoning jutsu. Naruto yelled as a huge puff of smoke appeared. Shit, that took up most of my chakra that I have left. Naruto thought as the bleeding intensified. He had been using his chakra to keep the bleeding down. Naruto gripped his stomach in pain. Looks like I will have frog legs for lunch, Shukaku roared. Boy, you sure do know how to pick your enemies, I mean come on the Shukaku. Gamabunta asked. Things happen. Naruto said. Gamabunta looked up at Naruto. What happened to you? He asked before dodging an air attack from Shukaku. I had to fight my mom and dad. Naruto said between coughing up blood. I need to wake the Jinchuriki to get rid of the Shukaku. Naruto added weakly. Can you hold her still? He asked. If you haven't noticed, I don't have fangs or claws and I am not good with the transformation jutsu. Gamabunta said before spitting out balls of water and hit the balls of air. One ball of air made it past the balls of water and slammed into Gamabunta, making him fall backwards. Hey, a few more of those and I will be in trouble. Gamabunta said. Here we go, brat, he exclaimed as he leapt towards Gaara in a burst of speed. I don't know what to do. Naruto yelled before concentrating on a form. Suddenly a giant black fox appeared as Gamabunta latched onto Shukaku with his newly acquired teeth and claws. Do it now. Gamabunta exclaimed. Naruto leapt off of Gamabunta's head as the jutsu came off and was in front of Gaara when the sand caught him. This won't stop me. Naruto yelled as he slammed his head into Gaara's head, jerking him awake. Gamabunta leapt away from the stalking form as Gaara woke up. He pulled his giant katana out and launched at Gaara and slashed at the form of the beast with his sword and barely was able to cut through it. His katana had flown out of his hands. Naruto, I am running out of chakra. Gamabunta said as he watched the sand form fall apart. Suddenly Gamabunta puffed away, leaving his katana behind. Gaara and Naruto were facing each other from branches of opposite trees. The two were breathing hard. This will be my last attack. Naruto thought as he saw Gaara twitch and the two launched at each other. Gaara's fist connected with Naruto's stomach as Naruto's fist connected with Gaara's chin, breaking his jaw. The two started to fall to the ground. Naruto hit a few branches on the way down, slowing his descent but breaking his legs and arm in the process. Naruto hit the ground and felt his ribs break. Naruto looked across, seeing Gaara lying on his back. I have to knock him out. Naruto thought weakly as he tried to move but couldn't move anything but his neck. Naruto painfully dug his chin into the ground and pulled himself towards Gaara. Why do you try so hard? Gaara asked. Because I have people dear to me to protect. Naruto said as images of people started to flash through his mind. I know your feelings, Gaara, loneliness, anger, sorrow, but unlike you, I found people to love. Naruto said as he moved closer to him. Love. Gaara struggled to get out as Temari and Kankuro landed next to him. Gaara. Temari exclaimed. Temari. Gaara trailed off as Temari helped him up. Temari, do you love me? Gaara struggled out. Of course I do, Gaara, you are my precious little brother. Temari said. What has Naruto-kun done to Gaara? Temari thought as she saw Gaara pass out. She turned to Naruto to see that he was passed out too. Two Anbu landed next to Naruto and lifted him up. You two show get him to the hospital. The Anbu ordered Temari and Kankuro. We will take Uzumaki-sama. The Anbu said as they leapt away. Chapter 13. 3 days later. It has been 3 days since the invasion and Naruto was still unconscious. Since Hinata was his girlfriend, she was forced into overseeing the shinobi ranks until Naruto has awoken. She was currently doing paperwork in Naruto's room and dreading every minute of it. I wish I knew the shadow clone jutsu. Hinata thought as she signed another paper. How did I become the temporary Hokage again? She thought. Flashback 3 days ago. Hinata had just made it to the academy to see 4 squads of sound shinobi outside of the academy with a pile of dead academy students and teachers outside. Hinata felt like vomiting but suppressed the urge. We have to get inside. Hinata said as her wings formed again. I will enter through the roof and you go through the back. There will be at least one team back there. Hinata ordered as they nodded. Hinata flapped her wings and flew into the air. She easily landed on the roof unnoticed by the sound shinobi. The veins on the side of her head bulged. Byakugan. Hinata thought as she gained 360 degrees of perfect vision. She looked around the school looking for the students. She saw some in the cafeteria. Hinata snuck through the door on the roof and made her way through the halls towards the cafeteria. She pushed the door open and instantly blocked a kunai with her wings. Uruka-sensei, it is me, Hinata. Hinata said before being crushed in a hug by 4 children. Hello you 4. Hinata said as she hugged her sister and her 3 friends Konohamaru, Udon, and Moegi. Hinata, what is happening? Uruka asked. Sound and Suna invaded Konoha. Hinata said. Naruto-kun is fighting Gaara, the one-tailed Jinchuriki. Hinata added as she looked down. He also had to fight Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki, who were temporarily brought back to life by Orochimaru's impure resurrections jutsu. Hinata said. He was able to beat them but at the cost of receiving 3 horrible wounds to his stomach. She explained. I saw that he was using his chakra to slow the bleeding down, but that takes a lot of chakra. Hinata, are you okay? Uruka asked. I am fine, not a scratch. My feathers can become harder than steel. She told him. But we need to find a way out of here. Hinata said. There is no way. An Anbu said, landing next to her, and she immediately embedded her wing into the man's chest. How did you know I wasn't an Anbu? The man asked before falling over dead. I am a Hyuga. Hinata said to the dead man. Byakugan. Hinata exclaimed as her Byakugan activated. The 2 Anbu sent with me are dead. 4 teams guard the front and 2 teams guard the back. Uruka-sensei, is there any tunnels in the cellar? Hinata asked as she tried to look. I don't know. Uruka said. The principal would have known, but he died during the rush protecting the students. Uruka told her as Hinata pulled him and the other teachers away from the students. What is it, Hinata? Hokage-sama has died. The Anbu has placed Naruto as head of the village till another is found suitable. Hinata told them as they gasped. We need to get to the cellar because it is more defendable than here. Hinata said as she looked at the windows. I will take the middle, Uruka-sensei, and you will take the front. You will take between them and me, and you two take the back. Hinata said as she pointed at them. Hinata suddenly saw a chakra signature appear on the roof. Who is that? Hinata thought as she saw the figure running through the halls towards them. Hinata's eyes widened when she realized who it was. Father, Hinata thought as she saw Hiashi burst through the doors. They are becoming restless out there. Hiashi said with his Byakugan active. What are you doing here, Hiashi-sama? One of the instructors asked. My daughter was in danger and I find my other daughter here too. Hiashi said. Think about it. Hiashi added. What is the plan? He asked. We are going to the cellar, father. Hinata said. You will be protecting the middle with me. She ordered as Hiashi raised his eyebrow and nodded. Okay students, we need you to line up in rows of 3. Hinata said in her motherly tone. Hanabi-chan, you stay close to me. Why does she get special treatment? Called one of the students. She has activated her Byakugan. Hiashi stated simply. Hers isn't as strong as my own or Hinata's, but it is better than nothing. Hiashi explained as Hanabi blushed a little. Come on, hurry up please. Hinata said as the students lined up. I hope I can save them all. Hinata thought as they started to move through the halls. Stop now. She called as everyone stopped. I will take him. Hiyashi said as he walked past the students towards a tall man. Hey, you think you can beat me? The man asked as Hiyashi looked up at him with calm collective eyes. Be careful, father. Hinata and Hanabi called as Hinata moved the students out again. Hinata's Byakugan was darting around looking for any traces of enemies. Where are all of them? I am sure some would have sneaked in. Hinata thought when her eyes caught sight of a faint chakra signature. Hanabi-chan, do you know the chakra signatures of all the students known in the academy? Hinata whispered as Hanabi nodded faintly. Look at the plant on the far left. Hinata-ne-chan, that is no one I know of. Hanabi said as Hinata nodded as went through a quick sequence of hand signs and flapped her wings going into the air. Blessed art. Thousand feather barrage. Hinata exclaimed as her feathers launched at the person who deflected most of the feathers. Hinata smirked. Blessed art. Thousand feather barrage cyclone. Hinata exclaimed again as the feathers started to spin around the man, slicing him up and killing him. Hinata could feel the drain of using those attacks had on her. Let's get moving. Hinata said as she landed on the ground with her feathers returning to her wings. Hinata-ne-chan, you are weakening, are you alright? Hanabi whispered. This is nothing, Hanabi-chan, I will be fine. She told her younger sister as they continued on their way. I don't know if I will be able to do that jutsu a third time. Hinata thought as her sister looked at her suspiciously. Hinata, we are almost there. Called Iruka. Okay. She called back as the group came to a door. She watched as Iruka's partner opened the door. Hinata reacted quickly and moved to the front of the ground in a blink of an eye as her wings grew and protected everyone but the instructor from an explosion. That took a lot more of my chakra. She thought as she tucked her wings back behind her and she turned to the man. He is severely injured but alive. Hinata said as Iruka and herself lifted the man up and moved him down the stairs into the cellar. They knew we would go to the cellar but I don't sense anything nor can my Byakugan see anything. Hinata thought as she looked around. Hinata smirked a little as she went and pushed a button and a piece of the wall moved back and moved to the side. Hinata saw movement on the edges of her vision. They are coming, go and escort them. Hinata ordered Iruka. But, do it. Hinata ordered firmly as she walked towards stairs. Iruka shook his head and led the student into the corridor. Hinata had made it to the top of the stairs to see all 6 squads in front of her. I might not survive this. Hinata thought as she looked at the sound shinobi. Hey, she is kinda cute, maybe we should play with her a bit. A man said. I don't appreciate you talking about my daughter like that. A male voice said behind the group before 2 of them fell. 8 trigrams 64 palms. A feminine voice exclaimed as a man sneaking up behind Hinata fell to the ground. Hinata turned to see Hanabi standing behind her. We are family, Hinata-ne-chan. Hanabi said smiling. We will fight together. She added as the group attacked the 2 girls. Kaden, a male voice exclaimed as a dome of chakra threw 2 of the men back. Neji ni-san. Hinata exclaimed. Hello, Hinata-sama. Neji said. Like Hanabi-sama said, we are family and we will fight together. He said as they all attacked the squads. Blessed art. Feather barrage. Hinata exclaimed as a few hundred feathers launched at the shinobi. Blessed art. Feather barrage cyclone. Hinata exclaimed as the feathers started to circle the men faster and faster as Hanabi, Neji, and Hiyashi incapacitated or killed a shinobi. Hinata dropped to one knee. Hinata-sama, are you okay? Neji asked. I will be fine. Hinata said as she stood. I will need a good night's rest to gain my chakra back. Hinata thought. You are lying to me, Hinata-sama. Neji stated calmly. I just need some rest, that is all, but I can't as long as this invasion is going on. Hinata said. Don't push yourself, Hinata-sama. Neji said. I won't. Hinata promised. Let's go. Neji, you escort Hanabi-chan back to the other's father and I will go help the other shinobi. Hinata said as he nodded, but Hanabi was reluctant. Hinata nodded and Neji pressed his fingers to the back of Hanabi's head, making her pass out. Neji lifted her and ran away towards the tunnel. Hinata, how much longer can you last? Hiyashi asked seriously. I can only fight with taijutsu. Hinata said. If I use any more chakra I will pass out. She told her father as the 2 leapt away. The gentle fist relies on chakra. Hiyashi said. Kyubi-chan has been training me for the past month in both the gentle fist style and another. Hinata said, shocking Hiyashi. And no, she isn't a demon. She added as she leapt away. Hinata and Hiyashi landed on the ground and the 2 worked expertly together and killed the 2 men attacking Konoha shinobi. Come, we are going to the arena where there is still people. Hinata ordered. One of the men opened their mouths but closed it immediately because of Hiyoshi's glare. They landed to find Kakashi and Guy fighting multiple sound shinobi. Hinata smirked as she saw the few sound shinobi alive. Blessed art. Guided feathers of death. Hinata exclaimed as the 100 feathers launcher off of her wings and flew towards the sound shinobi, embedding themselves into the necks, chest, and stomachs of the sound shinobi. Hinata fell into the arms of her father. Few hours later, Hinata woke to find herself in a white room. She looked around to see Naruto in the bed next to her. My chakra is still low, she thought as she weakly sat up. She saw Anbu stationed in the room. Hinata-sama, it is good that you are awake. And Anbu said. What has happened? Hinata asked. Naruto-sama beat Gaara. A woman said. He is currently unconscious with a combination of severe blood loss and chakra exhaustion. She told her. Since you have proven to be a good leader and with Naruto-sama unconscious, you will have to take over as leader because you are also his girlfriend and knows him best. She said. What? Hinata stuttered. You are the leader until either Naruto awakens or a better, more suited leader is picked. The woman told her. Right now the council has been awaiting for either of you to awaken. Take me to them. Hinata ordered as she weakly got out of the bed. Flashback end. It was a horrible council meeting. All she could make out was the words Jiraiya, Hokage and next. They gave me such a headache. She thought as she rubbed her temples. Naruto-kun, why can't you wake up already? Hinata asked. What? A groggy voice asked. Naruto-kun. Hinata exclaimed, turning around to see her blonde boyfriend rubbing his eye and winced in pain. He looked at his stomach to see he still had blood seeping from his stomach. Don't move, you are still hurt, she exclaimed before gently pushing back to the bed. What happened? Naruto asked. You have been unconscious for 3 days. Hinata said. And I have been worried sick. She added. Sorry. Naruto asked as he winced in pain. What has happened while I was out? Naruto asked. Somehow because me being your girlfriend placed me in the temporary Hokage position. Hinata said. I basically signed papers. She groaned a little. Okay. Naruto said, sitting up straighter. The council has been looking for a new Hokage. Hinata said. Ero-sensei was nominated but he declined because he has to keep his spy network up. She added as Naruto nodded. Don't ever do something like that again. Hinata whispered before hugging him. I cannot promise that. Naruto said as he wrapped his arms around her. But I will try not to get hurt like that again. Naruto added as he squeezed her a little. Sorry to interrupt you too, but I need Naruto to come with me. Jiraiya said from the window. But he just woke up. Hinata exclaimed. The next Hokage has been picked. Jiraiya said. And Naruto and I are going to go retrieve her. He added. Okay. Naruto said as he sat up while grabbing his stomach. Naruto, I have to do this. Hinata. Naruto said, interrupting the girl. I promise to take it easy. He added. Okay. Hinata reluctantly agreed. When do we leave? Naruto asked. 30 minutes. Jiraiya said before vanishing. Naruto let out a shaky breath. Naruto-kun, you can't go, you are still seriously hurt. Hinata said. I have to. Naruto said. For the same reason Sarutobi Gigi didn't cancel the Chunin exams when he found out about Orochimaru, we need to keep up a strong front. Naruto explained as he lifted his shirt over his head with difficulty. Hinata shook her head and helped him put his clothes on. Please be safe, Naruto-kun. Hinata said. I will try my best. Naruto replied before releasing another shaky breath. You have to be safe too. Naruto told her. I will try my best too, Naruto-kun. Hinata said before hugging him. It will take us a while to make it to the gate. She added. You are a hero now. Oh no, Naruto whispered. That means more fangirls. Naruto whispered again as Hinata let loose a low growl. They won't touch my Naruto-kun. Hinata said in a dangerous voice. I wouldn't want anyone else but you to touch me. Naruto whispered into her ear, sending a pleasant shiver down her back. My little arrow Tenchi. He added, making her blush. You shouldn't say something like that. Hinata mumbled shyly. Naruto left a light kiss on her neck, making a soft moan escape her lips. We should get going before we get too into this and Ero-sensei comes to get you. Hinata whispered huskily. I could always place that sound and sight barrier up. Naruto whispered into her ear. As tempting as that is, I have to decline. Hinata said as she gently pushed him away. You are hurt and I may get a bit rough at times. Hinata admitted with a soft blush. Naruto rubbed his shoulder in remembrance. Yeah, you're right. Naruto said as he slipped into his cloak with a groan of pain. I still think you shouldn't go. Hinata told him. I know that Hinata Heim. Naruto said. But the arrow sensei want. Don't call me that. Both Hinata and Naruto heard a distant yell. Naruto blinked a few times. Well, that was odd. Naruto said as he leaned in to kiss her, but she pulled away. Nah. Hinata said. No kisses till you are healed. Hinata added. Think of it as a punishment. She said. Naruto pouted before flipping his hood up. You sure know how to punish a guy. Naruto mumbled before wrapping an arm around Hinata for support as he walked. When the two made it out of the hospital, he was surprised that people actually stopped and asked if he was okay. Naruto would always reply that he was fine now even though his wound was still bleeding. Naruto-kun, remember to change the bandage every other hour. Hinata told him as they made it to the gate. And to clean it out before rebandaging it. She told him. Yes, Hinata-chan. Naruto said. I will know if you don't take proper care of it. Hinata added as she pointed to her eyes. I will know if you are lying. She added. Okay, Hinata-chan, we need to be going. Naruto said. Bye, Naruto-kun, I will be missing you. She said. I know. Naruto said, smirking. Come on, Naruto, we have to go. Jiraiya yelled. Fine, you old pervert. Naruto yelled back angrily and instantly winced in pain. Damn, he hissed in pain and limped over towards Jiraiya. I am still injured, you know. Naruto said in pain as he indicated to his stomach. And for some odd reason Kyubi-chan hasn't fixed it. Naruto added. Fine, come here. Jiraiya said as he went through a set of hand signs and hovered his hand over his stomach. Kyubi will be out of commission for a while. He said. She has almost no chakra. Well, that sucks. Naruto said as the two started to walk away. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like for more what ifs and support the author. See you guys in the next video.